Spokane Regional Health Officer Dr. Bob Lutz fired in the middle of a pandemic. Tonight, protesters gathered to oppose the firing.
They're trying to kill us, Amelia.
Tonight, 6 days later, Administrator Amelia Clark laid out her reasons for asking Dr. Lutz to resign.
The first type of issues I would like to talk about are insubordination and misrepresentation.
And in a public meeting, Dr. Lutz got the chance to respond, asking to keep his job while disputing the allegations against him.
Quite frankly, I find it surprising, if not shocking, that Ms. Clark supports her termination decisions on things such as me asking to get reimbursed.
KREM 2 News at 6 starts right now.
I have stayed true to my responsibilities as a local health officer to again enforce the public health statutes of the state, control and prevent the spread of any dangerous, contagious, or infectious disease, and take such measures as I deem necessary in order to promote the public's health.
The Spokane County Board of Health meeting as we speak to discuss the firing of Dr. Bob Lutz as the county's health officer. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Welcome everyone. I'm Whitney Ward. So that meeting has been going on now for nearly 3 hours. It is still in executive session right at this minute. We do have team coverage of everything that has been said so far. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley has been tracking this story from the very beginning. She has an update for us tonight. Hi, Amanda.
Good evening, Mark and Whitney. Yeah, the moment has arrived. We are finally learning why the health district's administrative officer, Amelia Clark, asked the board to approve a termination for health officer Dr. Bob Lutz. She presented a laundry list of complaints against him to the board, citing professional issues and insubordination. Both Amelia Clark and Dr. Bob Lutz had 30 minutes to present to the Board of Health. Clark's reasons for requesting Dr. Lutz's termination included the following. He inappropriately used a Spokane Regional Health District letterhead. He emailed state legislators on health district issues when Clark asked him not to. She told the board they also had disagreements on the district budget and use of funds. Not only did she claim Dr. Lutz abuses his authority as health officer, she said there are also several bullying and retaliation complaints against him.
I had hoped that Dr. Lutz and I could work together as a team. However, his ongoing patterns of behavior have not changed despite multiple discussions. Dr. Lutz has also sent emails to staff and community members that undermine my authority and decision-making. It is clear to me that Dr. Lutz is unwilling to make the necessary changes to be a successful part of the Spokane Regional Health District team moving forward.
Then, Dr. Lutz's lawyer said the complaints against him are trivial, especially during this pandemic.
Ms. Clark's charges largely relate to apparent turf battles, differences in management style, and personality conflicts. A vote to terminate on this record would suggest other motives are lurking in the background.
Dr. Lutz denied making any sexist comments and that Clark's accusations of harassment are misrepresented.
As I provided to HR, I touched her on her arm. There was never any claim made that to me that I, again, massaged her neck or placed my knee behind hers.
Amelia told the board she had a corrective plan for Dr. Lutz before telling him he was terminated, but she believed the corrective plan would not be effective.
Did you share the corrective action plan with him?
No. I sat down in the discussion. I did not.
Now, when they were asked if they would be willing to go through mediation and rebuild their relationship, Dr. Lutz immediately said yes, he would be open to it. However, Clark said it would have been helpful in the beginning, but now that bridge of trust between them is now burned. Reporting from the Spokane Regional Health District building, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Amanda, thank you very much. And during today's board meeting, it became even more clear that Administrator Amelia Clark and Dr. Bob Lutz simply do not get along.
KREM 2's Casey Decker is standing by live also in the newsroom tonight with a little bit more analysis of what we have learned in today's meeting so far. Casey?
Well, guys, it's becoming more and more clear that the source of all the chaos we've really seen at the Spokane Regional Health District in the past week is this tension between the district's top 2 employees. That tension is well encapsulated in this clip we're about to show you, where one of the board members straight up asked Clark and Lutz whether they respect each other.
Dr. Lutz and also Amelia Clark do you have mutual respect for each other in the position that you hold right now within the agency? I don't care which one answers first.
I defer to Ms. Clark.
Do I take silence as no, you don't? Is that what I'm taking?
No, I wasn't sure I didn't know which one of us was answering. And I saw Dr. Lutz.
Well, Amelia, I'll have you answer first then.
Okay, what is the question? Mutual respect?
You respect Dr. Lutz as a person and his position within the agency.
I respect the duties of the health officer. I think that it is important that at the health district that the administrator and the health officer be on the same page. Unfortunately, I also think that trust is a huge part of leadership. And I feel that the trust bridge between Dr. Lutz and I is burned.
Okay, Dr. Lutz?
Likewise, Mr. Hafner, I respect the position of the administrator.
Do you respect Amelia Clark?
It's difficult, sir, to respect someone who doesn't have respect. It's mutual. So again, I think that without lack of mutual respect, it's difficult to respect each other. It's pretty evident that respect does not exist at the personal level from Ms. Clark. I think the best of everyone.
Now, clearly a very tense and awkward moment there. Most of the meeting was along those lines as well in terms of its tone. Now, the big question, of course, will be, will that tension be enough to result in Bob Lutz's firing? Will the board decide that he's maybe more to blame for this apparent mutual contempt in a way that's so detrimental to the health district, the place would be better without him? As you've heard, we still don't know yet. They remain in executive session deliberating. Whitney, Mark?
All right, Casey, thank you very much. And we want to take a look back now at kind of how all of this began. Starting last Thursday, which was October 29th, the Regional Health District Administrator, who you just saw, Amelia Clark, reportedly met with Dr. Lutz and asked him to resign, citing, quote, performance issues.
She says she brought forth concerns about Lutz during an executive session of the board that very same day.
Then the very next day, Friday, which was October 30th, the health district says the health board gave Clark approval to fire Lutz. But later they clarified that the board actually hadn't voted on any decision related to his employment. Saturday evening, Dr. Lutz released his first statement. He says he had not resigned. He also said he'd hired a lawyer. Then a petition calling for the removal of the administrator, Amelia Clark, gained thousands of signatures. That was posted Saturday night. On Monday, Dr. Lutz issued a second statement. He says he was officially fired from his position last week by Amelia Clark. Then yesterday, KREM received a records request that we had submitted that indicated City Council President Brienne Beggs left last week's meeting under the impression that Lutz would be disciplined, not fired. In the meantime, that petition calling for the removal of Spokane's Regional Health Administrator Amelia Clark has garnered more than 8,000 signatures. The petition organizer originally started with the goal of 500 signatures. The petition states, quote, many community members feel Clark has recklessly abused her power and calling for the resignation of the county's public health officer amidst the current pandemic. And KREM is committed to getting you the answers that you need about this top health officer and the board asking him to resign. You can stay up to date on the latest by texting the name Lutz, L-U-T-Z, to 509-448-2000. Much more to come on this one. In the meantime, we want to talk about weather. We will see rain showers continue into tonight and colder temperatures heading our way. Of course, winter is slowly creeping up on us, isn't it, Tom?
It is slowly creeping up on us, but we have fall weather at least for this week, and then next week it's going to get cold and we may see some snow. It's certainly lots of mountain snow. As you can see, it is wet outside. Current temperature at 46 degrees. Wind is out of the southwest at 10 miles an hour. Look at that rain, the heaviest rain right now to the to the west of us and to the south of us. Those areas shaded in yellows and oranges. That is heavy rain. We've got consistent rainfall, moderate rainfall falling here in the Spokane area, and it should continue through the late evening hours. We'll look for an overnight low of 40 tonight. And then tomorrow I've got some raindrops there, but I think most of the rain will be to the east of us and to the south of us. You folks down on the Palouse will have another wet day. We'll see a high temperature of 52 degrees for the weekend. weekend, we're tracking temperatures in the upper 40s on Saturday. Could see a little snowfall late Saturday night into Sunday morning. Shouldn't be much, though. And then we'll look for mostly cloudy skies Sunday with a daytime high of 41. Temperatures in the 30s next week. I'll show you my 10-day outlook coming up in a few minutes.
Sounds good, Tom. Thank you very much.